Yeah, hello guys. My name is Charles, Chief OOC. Okay, I'm a forex coach and also a financial analyst. All right. Based on popular demand, some of my students have said I should repeat the explanation of my strategy, and I think okay, let me do this evening so that you guys can make good money this week. Okay. And the financial market is not about using different strategy at once. It's just about mastering one particular strategy and then practice it over time and make it a part of you. All right. In my own personal way, I interact with the market. I use the strategy which I call the BRFC. All right, BRFC. Within the next 10 minutes, I'll be teaching you guys my strategy once again. Although I've had some videos on YouTube and TikTok where I've talked about this strategy, okay? So you guys can always also watch that out, okay? So quickly, I'll explain my strategy for you guys in the simplest way you can understand, okay? So it's very simple and very simple to use, okay? Um, as I've said before, my strategy is based on BRFC, okay? So the first thing here is what I call the B, okay? The B, which is the first thing first, the B, okay? What is this B? What are you supposed to look for the market for? Now, before you attempt any order in the market, be you buy or sell, there must be what I call the break of structure. Break of structure. You guys know what is break of structure, okay? So there must be what break of structure, which is the BOS, okay? It's either there's a break of structure or there's a break of a major support or resistance, okay? Major support or what? Or resistance, okay? What is a major resistance and support? Major resistance and support is if the market price got to a particular resistance, touch it once, unable to break it, go twice, unable to break it, then the third attempt, it breaks it. That's a major resistance support. Most especially resistance support on 1 hour and 4 hours time frame. This is what I'll be using personally, all right? So either of these two must happen, break of structure or a break of what? A major resistance and support, which is the B. All right, so this is the first thing that will happen. And when this happens, the second thing you'll be looking for is the R. Don't forget the strategy is BRFC, okay? BRFC, okay? So the next one is the R. What is this R representing? Whenever there's a break of structure and a break of resistance, the price moves to what I call the premium zone. Premium zone, okay? This premium zone, all right? So we are waiting for the market to come to a discount zone. Discount zone, all right? Now, in this discount zone, forget about this drama about premium or discount. The most important is that when the price goes up, you don't buy or you don't do what you don't enter the market when it has broken a particular structure. You wait for what? You wait for retracement. Retracement of what? Of the price or retest. Okay, so if there's a break of structure, you are waiting for what? Retracement. If there's a break of major resistance or support, you are waiting for retest. Retest. All right. So that's what I'm waiting for, and this represents what? The R. Okay, this represents the R. So that is a retracement or retest. Okay. Now there's a break of structure and there's a retracement. All right. The next thing is what? Is the F. This is one of the tools I love so much. Okay. This is a Professor Fibonacci here. Right. So I plot my Fibonacci for what? From the swing low to what? To the swing high. Okay. So you plot Fibonacci from the swing low to swing high, and I bring out my point of interest. Okay. Yeah. So if I plot my Fibonacci retracement 2, okay, I'm looking for a point of interest, all right? And you guys know my point of interest is always between 61.8, 61.8 and 100. Okay, 100.0. 61.8 and 100.0 is the only place I place my order. All my orders is being taken between 61.8 and 100.0. Okay, and this particular point of interest or zone is what I call the distance zone. Okay, this is the cheapest place I can place my order, either buy or sell. Outside this zone, I don't place my order. Okay, now in this 61.8 to 100, this is my POI, which is the point of interest. This is where I want to place my order. Okay, and the last one is what is the C, BRFC. So C is the last one. And this C represents what? The candlestick pattern. Candlestick pattern, okay? This candlestick pattern gives me a confirmation to enter the market. It gives me the exact point to enter the market, okay? And what am I looking in this candlestick? I have two candlestick pattern I use, all right? So in candlestick pattern, which is the C, I like using two particular candlestick pattern, okay? The first one is the pin bar candle, okay? And the other one is the engulfing candle. Engulfing candle, okay? These are the two particular candles I love using most times. The pin bar candle, you see something like an hammer. If it's a buy entry you're looking for, you see something that looks like this, an hammer, okay? Or you see something that looks like this. This is what a shooting star, okay? For position of sell, looking for sell, while this is looking for buy, okay? And I love something like an engulfing candle. You guys know engulfing candle, okay? A buy engulfing candle or a sell engulfing candle. Okay, so these are the two my favorite candles I love seeing to confirm my entry position in my point of interest zone. Okay, now let's go to the financial market to see some of the examples. Okay, and see some of the trade I took last week. All right, the first one I want to point out is the silver. Silver gave a lot of money last week, and I'll tell you guys the way I traded with the BRFC strategy. Okay, now if you look at the silver market here, look at the silver market here. Now look at this point here. Let me do something like this so that you guys can see clearly what happened. Okay, I met the market this way, exactly this way. Okay, now if you look at this market here, look at this point here. Look at this point here. This is a ranging market here, all right? The market is ranging here. And what? It did a break of structure at this point. Can you see? There's a break of structure at this point. And what happened to this break of structure? The market has a massive movement to the upside. Now, when the market has this movement to the upside, you are not expected to place buy here. Placing buy here means you are chasing the price. You don't expect to place. Just leave the market to go. All these places are the premium zone. Okay, it means the price has gone up. I don't expect, normal as a businessman, you don't want to place your buy position when the market has already gone up. You want to wait for this market. Like here is 77, 77.5, 78. You want to wait for this market to take a U-turn. So this is the B, and this U-turn is taking here is the R, which is the retracement or retest of this of this particular resistance zone here. Okay, that's the resistance zone here, and it's coming back. As it's coming back here, you want to get a point of interest, POI. And how do you get this point of interest? You take your Fibonacci. Okay, you take your Fibonacci zone and do what? Swing low to swing high. Swing low to swing high. Okay, and what are we looking for? We are looking for what? A 61.8 to 100. As soon as the market gets to 61, what happens from here? You see what happens. If you come to 15 minutes time frame, you see something that looks like a pin bar. I love this. I love this. You see it? You see something that looks like a pin bar. Your entries at this point, okay? Now, this strategy gives me a good entry here. And in my strategy of BRFC, your stop loss must always be below. The safest place to put your stop loss is what? Below 100. That's your stop loss, below 100. That's the safest place to put your stop loss, okay? Now, let's look at what plays out with this trade. Let me play it out and then you see what plays out with this trade. You can see the entry here, right? 61.8. Now, you don't have any business with entering here, entering here, entering here, entering here. You don't have any business. You wait for the market to come to your POI, all right? And then you place your You place your buy position. And that's what the market is. And once you place your market there, your position here, your main target is what? Is 0.00, all right? But your first TP basically is always, like me, sometimes I use my first TP as 38.2, my second TP as 0.00, and my third TP at minus 36.0.10, okay? I've given you guys the financial setting as well. Okay, so it's the same setting, there's no changes in the settings, okay? So this is the setting I use for my Fibonacci, all right? So this trade gave you what? A massive buy, and your stop loss is what? Below 100 here. Anything below 100 means that what? This particular setup is what? Invalidated. It's of no use anymore, all right? So this one gives a good what? A good trade. Let's go to gold. I told you guys in gold, I love using 15 minutes as my setup. Okay, these are my analysis I did last week, and everything plays wonderfully well. Okay, let's finish playing this stuff. Okay, so this is one thing I did for gold. All right, now if you look at let's play. I'll show an example of what I did here in gold leaf. Okay. Let's check it from here. All right. So gold throughout, I think the month since January, gold has been what? Has been very straightforward with the strategy. Very straightforward with the strategy. Very, very straightforward. Right from here. If you look at this point here, there's a what? A break of what? A break of structure around here. You can see there's a break of structure here to the upside to this place. You don't have business buying here. No, you don't have business buying it, okay? Wait for the price to come down. Patience. Patience for the price was to retrace. Immediately you see your B, break of structure, wait for the R, which is retracement. Immediately you are seeing the retracement coming down like this. Put your Fibonacci from this swing low to swing high. Very simple. Put your Fibonacci, which is the F, from the swing low to swing high, and wait for it to come to between 61.8 towards 200. That is your point of interest. That is where you should be buying. And your stop loss was below 100. That is exactly the way the strategy works, okay? Now, let's see what happens here. And then when I plot my Fibonacci again, from swing low to swing high, what happened? There's a bounce off from what? The bounce off from the what? You can see it. Can you see the pin bar there? That's your pin bar. And between 61 and what? And 78 is where the what? The buy started moving. And what happened? It is straight to the target, which is 0.00, with a massive of about 400 to 500 pips. That's what gives gives in this particular setup. All right. So it's so easy, so easy. So easy. You don't need to stress yourself or anything. Just simple strategy. After this first strategy, what happened again? If you look at what the next break of structure again, look at it from swing high to swing low. What happened? Again, look at it. Simple, my brother. Simple. Look at it. A massive buy and what? straight to straight to TP, straight to 0.00, straight to 0.00. All right. I will see. Let's see. There's another one I did again. I think on Friday. It was so sweet. A very sweet trade. Look at it here. A break of structure from here. Look at it there. And what happened? Massive run. Massive run. Look at it. Look at the bounce off. 61.8 to 100. What happened again? Straight to TP. Straight to TP. It continued like that. Okay. This strategy is a strategy I have so much confidence with. So much confidence with. All right. So much confidence with. I've told you guys, as anyone that used my strategy and made a net loss in 1 month, you should let me know. Tell me privately. Put it online. Put it on any of my platform. And then say, Chief, I use a strategy and I have a net loss at the end of the month. All right. It will also help me to upgrade. There's room for upgrade. But this is a strategy I've used for years. I've used it for 2 years now, and it has always been profit. It has always given me net profit. All right. It's always giving net profit. Okay, let's go over to currency. Okay, let me show you guys currency. I think pounds on euro. I made good money too from pounds and euro last week. Okay, with the same strategy. All right. Now, pounds last week, it was on a downward trend, and I was waiting for what? A kind of reversal. All right, because it's already what? It's already oversold. So how did I trade my reversal? I go to 15 minutes time frame. Look for a break of structure. I've told you guys there must be a break of structure, right? I look for a break of structure, and I see a break of structure here. Draw your Fibonacci from swing low to swing high. And what happened? I wait for the retracement, and it came straight towards my point of interest and went straight towards to TP, which is 0.00. The same strategies everywhere, both indices, crypto, gold, metals, any of the financial assets or instrument. You can always use the strategy BRFC. Okay, so that is the summary of my strategy, which is the BRFC. All right, BRFC. Okay, so now for every strategy there's always limitation. Okay, there's always limitation. So this is my strategy BRFC. There's always limitation, and one of the limitation of this strategy is one, it does not like a ranging market. Okay, it does not like a ranging market. What is a ranging market? A ranging market is one that goes up and down, up and down, up and down, in an equal manner. So there's nothing like an upward trend, and there's nothing like a downward trend. It's just ranging, going in a zigzag manner, in a kind of equal up and down. All right. So there's no higher highs, there's no lower lows. So my strategy does not like this. Okay. If you trade my strategies, it's very there's 50% assurance that what you might make a loss. Okay. So it's just 50-50, basically. 50-50. Okay? So it does not like a ranging market. But as long as the market is ranging, oh yeah, the strategy works perfectly, and it has a winning rate of about 70%. Okay, winning rate of about 70%. So if you enter 100 trades, be well assured that if you enter 10 trades, be well assured that 7 of those trades will be profitable, and which will make you have a net profit at the end of the day. You might be lucky the whole 10. I remember, I think it was in December or so. The whole trade I entered, 10 of them, I think 9, I entered 9 trades. They ended up with what? They ended up with profit. Okay, so that is the strategy, as simple as that. If you have any question, please feel free to shout me up in any of my platform, me WhatsApp, or call me personally. Okay, me WhatsApp or any of my platform. Just let me know if you have any question, and then we'll talk about it. All right, so have a lovely night rest. I wish you get profitable trades this week. Okay, so trade according to your strategy. Be disciplined, be patient, and then be focused. Okay, don't be greedy. Take your profit when you're supposed to take your profit. Okay, enter a trade without fear. There's nothing to fear. Whatever does not kill you, there's nothing to fear. Okay, you just trade and then be optimistic that you make a lot of money from it. Okay, so good night, everyone.